Hi everyone, welcome to the Dave's World YouTube channel. So I had a lot of people contact me because they wanted the parts that I was making for Gen 1 and Gen 2 Cruzes, so I decided to start a website called supercruzes.com. Hey everybody, welcome to Super Cruzes. So I'm not much of a vlogger, and I'm trying my hardest to give everybody updates as much as I can, but it's hard for me to do consecutive videos because I'm always working on so many different things. I mean, on any given day I could be building a turbo for an Equinox, or I could be building an intercooler for a Cruze, or I could be working on literally, cruise missile. So the reason for this video is to update everybody on what I've been trying to do with the car. So originally I was going to be doing a V8 swap, but I started thinking about it and I was like, you know what? I have a lot of amazing parts coming out for the 1.4 that I wanted to put them in my own car, and I decided to do something really cool. So you can see here that I have the new Titanium Intercooler system. So this one specifically is designed for the 1.4. I have versions that'll fit the Equinox, the Malibu, the Terrain, and I could even do versions for the Gen 1. I've been working with my friend Ricky, who's a fantastic fabricator, and I wanted to show off some of the titanium work because he knows a lot about titanium, so he's been helping me with this. The cool thing about titanium is this can be blue, it can be purple, it changes colors as you heat it up. I left it this gold color so I could show off the gold before I turn it blue because I have an engine cover to go with it. And then this is my, we'll talk about this a little bit. You guys know that I was doing a V8 swap on the car, and it's awesome to have Cruze Missile be a V8 powered race car. I really wanted this to be an 800 horsepower race car. That's why I have all the parts in the back over there. But I decided that I have a lot of really cool prototypes I was working on, and if I don't have the 4-cylinder in the car and I show people what these things can do, it'd be harder to really do installs and things like that, or make videos on installs and things like that. So I decided I'm probably just going to get another Gen 2 and do the V8 swap on that one. Cruze Missile I'm going to turn into a 4-cylinder race car instead. So this prototype that's sitting in here, I have the ability to put these in people's cars, but what I'm going to be doing is this one's coming out and I'm going to be putting an SCR 300 in. The reason I'm choosing the SCR 300 is that's a completely bolt-in setup, and I want to show everybody the products that I offer on the website that you can buy pretty much every day. And I wanted to show the power that the car can come out with products you can literally order from me, because I build every single product. I'm not a drop ship company, so every single thing that you order from the website literally passes through my hands. Whether I'm building it or I'm finishing up something on it or I'm customizing it, it always comes to me. And what I want to do with this car is basically put one of the packages in that you can pretty much order through the website and show the power that it comes out with. This car now is going to get the full titanium intercooler system with the extreme intercooler. It's going to get the SCR 300, which is a downgrade from the prototypes I was working on. So this turbo's been on a dyno, but we'll discuss this turbo next. This turbo is going to be a completely different video series. This thing is gigantic. This thing internally is probably close to 100 millimeters. It's huge. Maybe, yeah, about 100 millimeters. I think that's about the size. There's a completely different intercooler for this one. This will be available later in life. This is for somebody who's going extreme race car. This is not something that you just bolt in and go to work the next day. I have other products that can do that and make some crazy horsepower. So we're going to be downgrading the turbo on the car to the SCR 300. The SCR 300 is massive. It's more than double the size of an OEM turbocharger, and the horsepower range on it is around 280 to 325 horsepower. You can get even more out of it. And actually, that's talking stock internals. We can do a lot with these engines, and that's also talking, closer to tuned boost numbers and things like that. Hey, everybody, listen. When I look at my algorithm, I see that more than 50% of everybody that watches my videos are not even subscribed. Subscribe, it's free. And when you subscribe, you get to see really cool videos that you didn't even know existed. So I know how to get a lot of power out of these, and what I want to do is I want to show what I was doing with all this testing that I was doing that I wasn't filming. I'm just going to redo it all in a video series so I can show everybody why I came out with those turbos the way I did. So actually, comment below if you want to see the SCR 300 or if you want to see the SCR 250. They both make horsepowers in different ranges. They're close in size, but I sized the SCR 250 to be more of a daily driver, power for a car version of a turbo, and the SCR 300 is more of a, you know, if you want something that's more of a garage car that you tinker with and you want something with the most power you can get without having to really, you know, I would say go internal. Once we start going more internal stuff, which I have stuff for that as well, you can get even more power out of these turbos. But right now, I just want to show what can be done with the billet intake manifold, the new Extreme intercooler, the Signature Series stuff, the Titanium stuff. The cool thing about Titanium is I have a nice Titanium engine cover that's going to fit with the OEM style turbos. So, and then I'm doing like a nice Titanium cold air intake. And then what I'm going to do is in that video series, or I shouldn't say that video series, in this video series, I'll be showing you guys how to, like, I can use a torch and I can change the colors of the titanium. So I'm going to be doing like a really cool, the engine cover is literally sitting in my office right now, and I'm going to be changing colors on camera so I can show you what you can do with the titanium stuff. A little more expensive, but totally worth it when you want something that's a nice show car or maybe a nice looking race car. And then we'll be showing off like the next level on this car when we get to the next level. All of the, like a lot of the parts that are something like this will be in the race section on the website. Something like this would probably be in the race section. But like an SCR 300, SCR 250, that would be in the, you know, the cruise part stuff. So I might just put them in both, but they're straight race car parts. Like when we go with this turbo is going to require the standalone management system. You have to go full race car with that setup. But all that stuff will be in the race car section. And then what this car is going to be getting is the full titanium setup, titanium engine cover, SCR 300, unless you guys want to see a different turbo. The titanium intake, it's going to be getting the billet aluminum, the larger race intake. It's going to be getting possibly nitrous. I'm going to show you guys how you can get 350 wheel out of this car, and that's wheel. So I'm adding this part to the video. I shot 3 different endings to this video explaining horsepower and dyno numbers and tuning and all sorts of stuff. And what I realized is this. I enjoy building cars. I enjoy making the cruise community look awesome. Unfortunately, there's people in the cruise community that get jealous and they do and say dumb things. It is what it is. I guess it's never going to stop. But at the end of the day, I'm here to make cruises awesome. I'm not here to fight with other cruise owners. It's kind of dumb. And when I say other cruise owners, it's only a few people, but it is what it is. They want to burn down the cruise community. Let them burn down the cruise community. I'm going to sit here and make the cruise community look awesome. So, in this situation, one of the things I was saying earlier is that I wasn't filming what I was doing, and I did put a 77mm turbocharger on this car. The reason why I wasn't offering certain things is because the tuning, when you're using like EFI Live, it's complicated doing tuning on something like that because that type of tuning is more geared towards factory applications. In this situation, I decided, you know what? I have a turbo that fits almost like stock that will fit this setup that I can custom build to adapt to the factory intercoolers that I could build for everybody cheaper, but it requires custom tuning. I was running speed density and I was doing a lot of tuning testing with a lot of different types of tunings. There's actually 5 or 6 different versions of tunes and tune interfaces that we can use on these cars. So I'm going to be coming out with a budget version of this guy that you're looking at. Like I said, this is a race version, but I guess the other one would be considered a race version, but it's more of a budget race version. This is the big one. I mean, 100mm is huge and requires a lot to get it to run right. But my 77mm version that I could actually adapt to the car and we can do custom tuning, that might be a really cool product to offer everybody. So I'm going to be putting that on the website, and I just wanted to show off what I've been doing with these cars because I was keeping it basically under wraps because I just got tired of dealing with stupid, and sometimes you just want to be left alone and work on cool stuff. So that's what I did.